How do you drain a truck fuel tank? If you have ever wondered how to drain a truck fuel tank, you are in the right place. This task can be necessary for maintenance, repairs, or removing bad fuel. Let's break down the steps to do this safely and effectively. First, preparation is key. You will need a suitable container to hold the fuel and a safe working environment. It is best to drain fuel in a well-ventilated area away from any ignition sources. Safety should always come first. Now let's talk about the methods you can use. The first method is using a hose. This is the most straightforward way. You will need a hose that fits into the fuel tank's filler neck or a suitable adapter. Insert one end of the hose into the tank and the other end into your container. Use a siphoning action or a manual pump to start the flow. Once the fuel begins to flow, gravity will help continue the process. The second method involves using a compressed air system. This method is quicker and more efficient, especially for larger tanks. You will need an air compressor, a fuel tank adapter, and a fuel line. Connect the fuel line to the tank adapter and the adapter to the air compressor. Start the compressor, and the pressure will force the fuel out of the tank. If you prefer a more hands-on approach, the third method is using a manual pump. This is similar to the compressed air method but requires more effort. You will need a manual pump, a fuel tank adapter, and a fuel line. Connect the fuel line to the tank adapter and the adapter to the manual pump. Start pumping to force the fuel out. The fourth method is a direct drain. This involves accessing the fuel tank directly, which may require lifting the truck or removing parts of the fuel system. This method is more invasive and should be done with caution and proper support. When considering truck accessories and exterior trim related to fuel tanks, it is important to ensure that any modifications do not interfere with the fuel tank's functionality. For 18-wheelers, the process can be more complex due to the size and location of the fuel tanks. This often requires specialized equipment and professional assistance. These methods can be practical for routine maintenance, troubleshooting fuel system issues, or preparing a vehicle for long-term storage. Always follow safety guidelines and local regulations when handling fuel. By knowing how to drain a truck fuel tank, you can keep your vehicle in top shape and ready for the road.